Hey, what's up, guys? This is my Bradley Kimura. Nice ballad song, nice and sharp. Today I flipped this for about 2 hours and I cut myself twice. The ironic thing is I didn't cut myself on this knife, nor did I cut myself on this knife, which I used for about 20 minutes today, doing a little more testing. And I did not cut myself on today's EDC fixed blade, the little spew from Columbia Knife and Tool. No, 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 no. What I did cut myself on was my check. I was writing my electric check to pay my bill, and I got a paper cut from it. And not 10 minutes later, I was looking at my work schedule, which is like a printed calendar. It shows my days that I'm working and stuff, and I cut myself on that as well. So 2 cuts today, and all this knife action, and they didn't come from the knives. And it made me think, maybe I'm unique, maybe I'm special, I don't know. But I rarely cut myself on my knives, although I'm constantly nicking myself on all kinds of crap. Is that strange? I want to start a little video series for anyone who's interested in sharing their stories of their cuts. Little like knives out there, and along the line you've gotten cut. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are flipping a ballad song, you've cut yourself. Even if you don't flip your knives around, if you're just using them, you've cut yourself. Even if you're not really into knives, maybe you watch my hot sauce videos, you still cut yourself. So I want to hear about it. Make some video responses, post in the comments. My worst cut I ever got from one of my knives wasn't all that bad. I have a scar on my thumb. You're not going to be able to see it in this video, but it's right here. Basically, a little flap of my thumb was hanging off, went down the bone. I believe I told the story before, but the short version here is I was about 10 years old or so, and I got my first high-end knife, which is a Boker top lock. It was a manual version, had black inserts, awesome knife, scalpel sharp from the factory, really something else. And I got curious to see what was inside of a softball. Even though I've seen baseballs opened up, I thought, hey, what's in a softball? Well, with an edge that was so sharp it was actually slick, and trying to cut open round leather, slipped right off and took half my thumb with it. Not half, a chunk. I have a nasty scar because I never got stitches because I never told my parents. I was too afraid they'd take my knife away. And that's the God's honest truth. I was in a lot of pain. I was bleeding all over the place, but I did not want to tell them, not because I didn't want to get in trouble, because I knew they would take my knife away. That's how much I love knives. So, yeah, but that was about the worst of it. And I was young, dumb, stupid, obviously using the tool improperly. But all these years later, flipping ballad songs, using my folding knives, using fixed blades, chopping things, doing some serious work with really sharp stuff, and I rarely get cut. And it's not a confidence I have because I'm better than anyone, because I sometimes, although I don't want to admit it, I'm always real with you guys. And if I do something, that's wrong, or if I make a mistake, I'm the first one to raise my hand and say, yep, I screwed up. And I can admit to you, I've used my knives improperly before. I've grabbed folding knives and I've gone to cut stuff and I've cut towards myself. I've nicked myself here and there, but it's really not been that bad. And it really doesn't happen that often. And it's just funny today that, occasionally I will get paper cuts. I work with the mail, even though I wear rubber gloves, it cuts right through it. Paper, you can get nasty paper cuts, and they do. They hurt the worst. I don't know why. Um, but it's amazing to me that I do play with all this sharp stuff, and that's not what ends up cutting me. I get cut on paper. It's pretty stupid. But I want to hear your stories. Tell me what kind of cuts you have. Don't be ashamed to admit that you've screwed up. We've all cut ourselves down the line. It happens. We're human. We make mistakes. But I want to hear your stories. So if you want to start a tag series, tag everyone you know. I don't like singling people out for tags because it puts pressure on them, like they have to make a video. So if you watch this video and you want to make one, you're tagged. If you don't want to make a video, don't worry about it. No one's going to know. But I'd like to hear your stories. Speaking of stories, I'm going to do a new story time soon. Maybe knife related, maybe not. I have a million stories of when I was a teenager with my friends doing stupid, dumb stuff that is funny, but in retrospect wasn't so funny. I have stories of all kinds. I still have stories from when I went on my trip with my grandfather. I have knife stories. I have all kinds of stuff. But it's funny because story time is the easiest type of video you can possibly make, because I'll literally turn the camera on and just telling a story. It's all by memory. It's all experiences that I've had. You know, nothing's made up. But for some reason, it's what I procrastinate doing the most because I know I'm long-winded. And when I've done some story time videos before, and I'm not kidding you, there was 2 of them I did. I never posted them because both of them were more than 2 hours long. I'm not kidding. I talked and talked and talked, and my battery died, and I kept going. And when I'm telling a story, you know, it's bringing, like, I stem off. I'm kind of like a woman in that sense that a lot of women, when they're telling a story, they'll be like, oh, I went to the store, and here's a guy's story. Went to the store, grabbed some milk, came home, had a bowl of cereal. End of story. A woman, oh, I went to the store. Oh, you know, I saw Kathy. Kathy was at the store. Oh, did I tell you Kathy's pregnant? And it like veers off into all these little branches, offshoots of different stories. And for some reason, I do that. Um, I have the gift of gab, which is not a gift for some people, and that's too much. I can't do that to you guys. I know there's like 50 people out there that would love to watch a 2-hour storytime video. The rest of you, no. There's a limit. There's definitely a limit. So maybe one day I will post some ridiculous, you know, if I happen to make a 4 or 5 hour long story video, sure, why not? But for the most part, I want to keep it somewhat reasonable. Some of us do still have other things to do besides watch YouTube videos. But yeah, anyway, storytime video coming. I love to hear about your cuts and your incidents and accidents and your ER trips and your dumb moments. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.